Hello everyone and welcome back to the Outdoor Channel. We have our Chevrolet Trail Boss behind us, and today we're looking at the K&N oil separator, or sometimes called a catch can. Now, does YouTube need another catch can video? Yeah, probably not. There's quite a few of them out there. However, I haven't seen many reviews of the K&N version of the catch can oil separator. So the truck needs one. It's a little overdue. We're going to go ahead and show you what comes with the kit, go ahead and do the install, and then we'll fast forward a little bit and see how it does.
Welcome to the outdoors. Welcome to the outdoors.
All right, so we are at the workbench and we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what comes with the kit. Colored instructions here. This should be a pretty straightforward install. We have our tubing here, like a mounting bracket, and some associated hardware. Here is the can itself. Nice threading on here, feels good. Doesn't feel like there's any play in it. Lots of threads, it looks like. Got our screen there, and yeah. Initial impressions here look pretty good. All right, we've got everything laid out here on a work mat. We're going to start off with some prep work here. We're going to get some work done on the separator itself here. We're going to install the fittings that come with the kit, as well as the bracket, and there's some related hardware that comes with this, and then some Teflon tape that goes on the fittings as part of the install. Now both of these are the same, so it doesn't matter what side you put which one on. And yes, if you're looking at the work mat, we are an outdoor channel. We do support the Second Amendment. All right, I think that's it for the prep work. Our fittings are on. Instructions call out not to over tighten this, so get it snug, and then I just use a wrench just to line it up the way it is. Don't forget your lock washers when you put your hardware on here for the bracket, and should be ready to move over to the truck. Now this is my 2021 Silverado Trail Boss. It's a pretty heavily modified truck. We've done quite a bit of work to it. This one has a 6.2 liter. You can see the K&N cold air intake on here, which is almost due for a new filter. We've also done the BDS 6-inch lift kit, or a net 4 inches if you have a Trail Boss like me. Riding on Mickey Thompson 35 by 12.5 wide tires. Sitting on Anthem 20 by 10 by -18 offsets. We've also done a number of updates to the interior, like a digital dash and adding the 15.6-inch digital display. Towing mirrors, exhaust, you name it, we've done quite a bit of it here on the channel. And of course, this is long overdue now that we have about 40,000 miles on the truck. Should have done this after a couple thousand miles, just kind of getting into it, but well, here we are. It should really just be a matter of going through and looking at the instructions, hooking up these couple of vent hoses, and mounting the bracket and giving it a test. Mounting this looks pretty straightforward. You can see down there, there's a bolt. Not sure what size that is, but GM likes to use 10 millimeters, so we're going to try that first. That bolt's got to come off. And then this reservoir has basically two, they're threaded bolts here, but it's just kind of a stop that's on there. This is going to pull away like this. And we're going to mount that bracket right here, but you can't pull away on this too hard with that bolt down there. So this will all make a lot of sense here pretty quick. And yep, it was a 10 millimeter. And once you get that bolt out, and you don't even need to take it all the way out, you just got to break it loose and pull it back a little bit. But now you can take this and gently pull that away, and you can mount your bracket right there. And just a quick note, as you go to tighten this bolt down, the instructions say it's a 3/8, but it's not. It's a 10 millimeter. So don't put your 10 millimeter away yet like I did. All right, on to the hose install. Now don't get them confused. Leave this one put. We're going after this PVC line that's here, just behind the throttle body, and it looks like it connects down to the manifold down there, and it's just a little gray tab here that you push in and disconnect. And basically it's recycling air along with some oil and some junk that's getting reused from your manifold here, and it's getting dumped back in to your intake over here. And what this is going to do, instead of going from here to here, it's going to go from here, get filtered, and then come into here. So just push in the gray here, and it takes a little bit of work, and then it comes out, and it looks something like that. Now while you have this disconnected, you can actually rotate this a little bit, and you can get to this gray clip down here a lot easier by doing that. There we go, just like that. Now for the install, there's a short hose and a long hose. We're doing the short hose first, and it's going to go onto that valve that's down there and go on to the passenger side or camera left fitting on the separator. And then the long hose goes on the other side. A quick lesson learned from doing the short one here, it's probably easier to start here and you work your way down. So that's what I'm doing here with the longer one. I'm starting up here. And installing the can is just a matter of threading this back on. Now, one of the things I did off camera is I noticed this hose was really kind of pushing up on the whole unit. It was lifting it like this. So again, they tell you not to over tighten these. I'll see if this is a problem or not. I took this fitting, instead of having it come down, I'm having it come out towards me, and that's keeping this filter and catch can sitting a lot more level. We'll play with that a little bit more, see if it's an issue or not, if I got to come back and maybe tighten this one more revolution. But otherwise, I think we're ready to fire this up and see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and try this. And basically, we're looking for if we have any codes or if we have any kind of weird noises. Not seeing any codes or check engine lights there. Not immediately hearing any strange noises. And as I'm road testing, I'm just gonna keep this with me just in case something doesn't go right. I can always very quickly pop the hood and pop it back in. Be able to get home if I have to. Okay, what was about 2 seconds for you guys was about 2,000 miles for me. And I really haven't done anything with this other than a quick visual inspection. We've had highway miles, we've had some towing miles. You can see a little bit in the frame behind me. We got a new camper. Stay tuned for more footage on that. And of course, local miles. So let's go ahead and see what we find. That is what 2,000 miles has yielded. Let's get this poured in the shop here and see what we find. We're going to go ahead and pour this into a clear container. Now, if you watch this channel, you may also watch another YouTuber named Don's Life. He's got a great channel. His is a little bit more truck oriented, where this is a truck and outdoor channel. But I'm stealing this idea from him. He's collecting his, what he calls truck tiers, into a mason jar just like this to see how well it does over time. I'll go ahead and clean this out here in a little bit. But if you're ever wondering what this catch can does, it collects that and doesn't send this back into your engine. That allows you to take it out before it goes back in. We've pulled out our mason jar here, and this is what we took out at 2,000 miles of use. And this is another 4,500 miles past that. And as we go ahead and add all this up, this is what 6,500 miles of use looks like. There's a little bit of milkiness in here. Not sure if I should be too terribly concerned. I mean, when I check the actual oil, not at all milky, but definitely what we're catching here in the catch can. You can see it there. That is what I've wiped out of most of the can there. And here we are at a few thousand more miles. And this is just under 10,000 total miles. You can see what it looks like there. All right, so there you have it. Is the K&N catch can the same as any other catch can that you can buy on Amazon? And oh, by the way, you can buy this one on Amazon too. I'll leave a link down in the description. But is it any better? Well, if you look at the different catch cans that you can buy, and I'm not picking on Amazon, but just that's a good place to buy one. There's lower price points and there's higher price points. This one's definitely in the higher price point. It's made of metal, has metal fittings on there. It screws on, as you saw, very, very nicely. It doesn't leak and it works. So yeah, it's kind of the same, but it's definitely at the top end. I do recommend it. It does work incredibly well, especially up to 2,000 miles. You can see what it caught. So if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. Helps the channel a lot. I'm one of the little guys, so every little like and subscribe goes a long way. And we'll see you next time.